All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to say this is going to be more of an impromptu because I suddenly came up with this idea through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm going to start a comment board series where I am going to be replying to, brothers. I'm going to be replying to brothers, elders, apostles, and even bug outs, the alike on the comment board. So I wanted to respond to this video here. As you can see, there was a female in this video. Pretty sure the video is not going to play. And as you can see, this is a woman. She knows she is an Israelite, right? And yet she is still dead. She is still dead spiritually. Why? Because even though she found out she is an Israelite, she wandered out of the way of understanding. Now you might ask, how did she wander out of the way of understanding? She wandered out of the way of understanding because the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures tells a woman how she ought to be in this truth. Okay? A true sister in this truth, and you sisters out there, observe and watch carefully, okay? This woman right here is not a sister. Okay? She is not a sister. She is an enemy to the gospel. And why do I say that? Because she does everything that the Holy Scriptures tell you not to do. Now, of course, the Holy Scriptures say don't wear pants. But of course, we're in captivity, The Holy Scriptures tell you, be not over righteous. And yet, her head is uncovered, okay? You can see her breast, and she's wearing tights. And on top of that, she's showing herself in the video. Let me tell you something about women. One thing about women, they love attention. Women love attention, okay? This bitch right here is no more than a attention grabber, okay? She is a attention grabber. Okay? Looking for attention. Hey, look at me. And that's what America, aka Babylon the Great, has taught people. Babylon has taught people to appreciate themselves. Look at me. Wow, look at me. Look what I can do. However, they're giving no credence, no credit, no respect, no glory, no honor, no praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And she don't seem to understand the Heavenly Father made her that attractive, even though she is not all that attractive. I mean, me personally, from a scale to a 1 to 10, I'd give her a 5. She is pretty cute, but still, make come on, man. Come on, bro. Showing your face on camera, really? But again, IUIC does not deal with discipline. IUIC does not deal with discipline. Okay? Because if IUIC, if ISUPK, if any of these false Israelite groups, whatever group she's a part of, if any of these Israelite groups dealt with discipline, they will have their women in order. Okay? They will have their women in order. Okay, and yet they don't have their women in order. That's why you got a lost soul just like this, who's showing her face right on the camera screen talking about, I'm an Israelite. Look at me, I'm an Israelite. Okay, the Holy Scriptures tell you in the book of Sirach, the 26th chapter, I believe, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. And I am on break at work right now. I'm on break. So, I'm using this opportunity to edify Yahweh Shai's elect. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 26. Okay. Sirach chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay. Now, it says a dog, right? Now, you tell me what a female dog is. A female dog is a bitch. Okay. That's exactly what a female dog is. A female dog is a bitch. Okay? And there's basically 85% of the women on this planet, they're all a bunch of shameless dogs, okay? They're all a bunch of bitches. And basically, what's an example of a shameless woman? A woman who walks around without her head covered. A woman who wears leggings, tights, tight jeans, a tight shirt. And basically, she makes herself, because let me tell you something. And that's a lesson for another video, but when a woman wears a tight shirt or some tight pants or some tight jeans, rather if they're shorts or pants, she is advertising her body, okay? She is advertising her body. whether if she know it or not. Okay, she is advertising her body. And basically, when she advertises her body like that, she causes men to look at her. Okay? Her ass cheeks, her titties, her frame, the shape of her body, her hair, her face. She's basically a walking advertisement. And that's the majority of these women on this planet. The majority of the women on this planet are walking advertisements. You know, they're saying they're basically telling you without telling you, if you like what you see, come and talk to me. Especially if you're 6 foot tall, have a six pack, and make 6 figures, right? Right. So you know she's basically she's basically a walking advertisement. Okay, she's a walking advertisement, looking for the next man that she can siphon, that she can leech from, because she's a walking fucking leech. And that's 85% of the women on this planet. So a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but a shamefast woman will fear the Lord. Then when we come over here to Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, and we go to, let's see, Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 19, okay. Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. You see that? All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So it's an extremely light thing for a woman to walk around with her head uncovered, wearing pants, you know. Being a lesbian, a dyke, a butch. It's an extremely light thing for a woman to do that, to walk around wearing pants, leggings, and basically making light of the transgression. Because whether if you believe it or not, a woman wearing pants is a transgression. If we go over here to the book of Deuteronomy, and let's see, what is it? Let's just type this in and see what happens. Here we go. Okay. Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Okay. Now, what's an example of clothing that a man wears? Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. A woman can wear a shirt. A shirt is rated E for everybody. Everybody can wear a shirt, right? A woman can even have a belt on her waist if she wanted, right? She can have a belt, head covering, earrings. Because men wear those things. Remember, according to the book of 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, a man is greater than a woman, right? So, however, there are things that a woman cannot wear, right? And here's some examples of things that a man can wear that a woman cannot wear. A man can wear pants. Okay? A man can wear pants, shorts, you know, boxers. However, these are things that a woman cannot wear. A woman cannot wear pants. A woman cannot wear boxers. A woman cannot wear shorts. You know why? Because her box, okay, her PUSSY is a open womb. It is a open womb. And it is a open womb that requires air. Okay? Air so that her open womb can remain fresh. Now if a woman is wearing pants, leggings, sweatpants, you know, just like this broad you see in this video right here. Okay. Just like this broad in this video right here, right? What is she wearing? She's wearing pants. And she's wearing a tight shirt. And she's basically advertising her whole body. Okay? You can see her frame, her breast. Okay, you can see her thighs, her legs. And basically she's basically a walking advertisement in this video. She's basically advertising multiple dudes to come and talk to her. Now, the Holy Scriptures say that if a woman lay down with more than one man, she committed adultery. And the sins for adultery is death. Adultery is a sin unto death, okay? So she's advertising herself in a very, very negative and bad manner. Okay? So a woman is not supposed to wear pants or leggings or sweatpants or shorts or boxers. You know why? I mean, because again, a woman's box, a woman's PUSSY is an open womb, okay? It is an open womb that requires air. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of bad shit that happens to a woman who wears pants. Let me tell you something. When a woman wears pants, she ends up with a yeast infection in her PUSSY. Okay, and this is what happens to a woman's PUSSY when she wears pants. Okay. When she wears pants, she ends up with a yeast infection in her PUSSY. She ends up with bacteria. Okay. She ends up with bacteria. And guess what? Rather if she know it or not, that bacteria builds up around and inside her coochie. And that bacteria can lead to diseases. It can lead to illnesses and sicknesses. And not only that, but it gives off a very foul and offensive smell. A smell that nobody wants to smell. Okay, because let me tell you something. The last time I had sex with a so-called black woman, okay, her box smelled so bad. You know, I mean, I didn't want to say anything because I wanted the box, but damn, her box smelled awful. Her box had a terrible smell. Okay, her box had a terrible smell. It smelled worse than spoiled sushi and red lobster, and it smelled worse than spoiled crab. Man, it smelled worse than spoiled shrimp. Okay, her box had a very terrible smell. And let me tell you something. She had on sweatpants before I popped her. And that smell really comes from bacteria building up inside your coochie and spreading abroad. Okay, that's where that bad smell comes from. And the majority of you women on the planet, 95% of you women on the planet, you do not want to acknowledge that. You want to ignore that fact. And you want to keep wearing pants, tights, yoga pants, leggings, and sweatpants. Because, again, women love attention. And let me tell you something else. A woman's weakness is not giving her attention. When you don't give a woman, when you don't give women attention, they hate that, you know. They'll start making all kind of weird sounds and shit to get your attention. You know, they'll start doing all kind of weird shit just to get your attention. Women hate it when you don't give them attention. And let me tell you something. As you know, handsome and you know, as sexy as I am, I don't see now all kind of bad women walk past me, and I can tell you that I know they felt some kind of way when they looked at me, but I did not look at them. And as soon as they walked past me, right, they probably stared at their phone. Some of them probably looked back at me, but I didn't. But I did not look back at them, right? And guess what? In their mind, they felt some kind of way about that. Because women love attention. Women love it when you give them attention. When you play with them, flirt with them, you know, women love that shit. So let me tell you something. One of a woman's greatest weakness is not giving them attention. When you do not give them attention, you know, you really do offend them. So, hey, you know, just a little secret there. You know, you really want to piss a woman off? Don't give her any attention. You know, don't even look her way. Don't talk to her. Don't associate yourself with her. When she try to talk to you, whenever she try to say hi, you know, hey, make your conversation extremely short and move on. You know, be like, yeah. And then move on, you know, because these women, especially 85% of the women on this planet, they're not worth the attention. Okay, they're not worth the attention. Okay, so Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a woman neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. What's an example of a woman's garment? Skirts, dresses, you know, pantyhose. You know, now pantyhose is not really such a big deal, because pantyhose, the name literally explains itself. It's pantyhose, you know. They're basically leggings, but they have multiple holes in them, you know. So her box can receive air. But even that is questionable, you know. Even that is questionable. Should a woman really be wearing that? So, you know, again, for all that do so are an abomination to the Lord thy God. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So this woman here, she knows she's an Israelite, right? But going back to the comment board, right? And this is what I, posted. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And if it first begin at us, where shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Now, a part of the gospel of Yahweh is for women to be discreet. Okay? A woman don't need to be showing her, a woman who believes in the gospel do not need to be showing her face on camera, making herself known, okay? And if she come on a comment board on live streams, she ought to say Shalom, and that's it. Do not say anything else, okay? Do not try to teach. Do not try to post scriptures on a comment board. Say Shalom, and then shut up and watch the live stream, okay? And that's it. She don't need to be showing her face on camera, unless she have and even if she do have a vision or a dream, do she really need to show her face on camera? If you're of the elect, Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai is going to send you a man of the Lord to comfort you and to deliver you from your troubles. So you don't need to show your face on camera like that. You got some sisters, they like to show their face on their YouTube tag, Look, the Lord is going to, if you're of the elect, if you're a woman and you're of the elect, the Heavenly Father is going to deliver you, regardless of what you look like. Okay? But still, you got this woman right here. Okay. Now Satan wants to mess with the stream, but you seen the woman earlier, with the black leggings on. I'm talking about her, the black sweatpants, leggings, whatever. I'm talking about her. She's an example of how not to be in this truth. So listen up, sisters. Learn and observe carefully. Do that which is right in the sight of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and the Lord will show favor unto you, which that favor will come in the form of grace. Okay? 2 Peter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You see that? What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay. Should you be like that woman that I showed earlier in the video? The answer is no. If you're a sister and you believe in this gospel, you ought to keep yourself discreet, humble, quiet, and patiently wait for a man of the Lord to come and deliver you. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.